Welcome
to episode 178 of Doctor Who Time and Space, a weekly Doctor Who podcast hosted by a couple of Doctor Who geeks, which are coincidentally, father and son.
Ooh.
So
what are the chances of that
the
happening?
roles have kind of been reversed. The person who's the genius may not be who you expect, even though we're both quite boff in this.
Yeah. From our voices, you might not. So the people are probably now thinking that you're the father and I'm the son.
Yeah, probably, because I've said the most this episode so far. But who are we then? I'm listening.
And I'm D. Cool.
And we're the father and son.
Or Dr. Cool, as I like to call myself these days.
Yeah, you haven't called yourself that since about Christmas.
No, but these days, I'm calling myself Dr. Cool.
Okay.
So, Dr. Cool here. What do we have on the show this week, Mr. Moon?
So this week on the show, Companion Chronicles series, by looking at in-depth companions from the 1970s. So it's a bit of a set today.
It is, because we'll also be doing a review. Smith classic episode, Planet of the ones. Planet of
News to get our hands in.
We'll be
of who's that?
recently we've just been talking so much that we haven't had a chance to get up to
do like specials of like questions.
Could do, yeah.
So stay tuned. We've got some stuff coming. Obviously, not just what there would be in space, because this time last year,
yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Even Series 10 coming next year, you should be coming out. Weeks ago, New York Comic Con on the 9th October.
Quite soon.
Quite big news about either the Christmas special or 10 then, because we do have a bit of news about the Christmas special today, and we'll talk about that later. So stay tuned to see what that news is if you haven't heard of it before.
We've also, of course, got the whole euphoria over the next months or so around Power of the Daleks.
Yes, we have, and that should be really good.
Yeah. So we usually, around this time of the show, as in after we've waffled for about the first 5 minutes, we usually then have a little bit of a contemplation about what we've been doing, who or otherwise, over the last 7 days.
Another about 5 minute waffle.
Yeah, so what's your 5 minute waffle about this time? What have you been doing?
It's not the 3 minute rant, Cool.
Dr. Cool.
Dr. Cool.
What have you been up to this week?
So I've been Not much really Doctor Who related, as always. Next week there will be a tiny bit more to chat about in Doctor Who related, because recently I'll tell you more about next week. But recently I did purchase Survival, which I've only watched part 1 of that, I think. So it'll be really good to watch that, and I'm going to do so this week. So there'll be a bit of a chat and a small review if I get the chance to watch all 3 parts, but I'm sure I will, because I've got 2 hours to fill, so that will take up about an hour and 15 minutes.
So is it only 3 parts? Are they 3-parters, are they? That's what he said.
Majority of them.
Oh, right,
there
okay.
are a few 4-parters,
Okay.
but most of them are 3.
Yeah, which is probably quite good if you're including things like Greatest Show in the Galaxy.
That's 4.
That's 4, is it? What about the really awful one, Down on the Bannerman?
I haven't seen that one.
Is that a full part?
I don't
sure.
know.
Yeah.
I think it's 3.
Yeah.
But Paradise Towers is 4.
Is that?
And Time the Rani is 4.
Oh,
Damn those.
So aside from that, have you been listening to some of your Big Finish?
Yes, I have. Another part of the what's it called? Signs and Wonders.
Signs and Wonders.
And it usually takes me because I listen to them every Monday.
Yeah.
This week I'll be changing it to Tuesday, but on Mondays I usually listen to a bit of my audios, and it usually takes me 4 or 5 weeks to get through them, because there's 4 parts.
Yeah.
And I've got a few other mini bits also that I've downloaded for free over the last couple of months from Big Finish.
Okay.
Like a bit of Doom Coalition that I did a few months ago that I still didn't get a chance to listen to. So I listened to the War Doctor download I did when Dawn did this special download. So, a new week, so maybe purchase Big Fish, but
the edition of Dawn come to your door.
yes, I did.
What's it about?
More about what it's about later on. The side of this issue. Talk about what's inside doors. I've been reading, but usually use the words.
Yeah.
Because I seem to enjoy the regulars more than the interviews.
Okay.
But there are occasionally interviews that I read.
The controversial Davidson.
Yeah, I skimmed through it. Tom Baker one was about 60 pages.
Myself, because last week I think I was complaining about being a bit cold here, and I've had that hanging around most of the week, so I've not really done a great deal. I've been gigging a lot, so I haven't really had too much of a chance to sit down and watch anything. But I've played a little bit of Lord of the Rings Online again this week, which is good. Aside from that, though, very little activity really. I've been doing a lot of drawing, actually, a lot of artwork.
Yeah, you've enjoyed doing that.
And that's or more of a vlog, I guess.
Yeah.
The first one called I've been watching, so I've got to watch some in order to have enough stuff to talk about.
Well, the first introduction is about
yeah.
I mean, you don't do it all every week.
Oh, and few days. So, evenings. So what we plan to do is one evening, and then on the Tuesday, they will for the next show. Stop before game. That's I'll be watching. Plenty to do, and also we do so. I wasn't sacked like there.
Playing with us for a few weeks. It's a bit at the this.
Yeah.
Not in as much detail as Zeke will go in on this podcast. But YouTube account. There's not too much on there at the moment, but the videos on there are still quite good. So check that out at Mark Freaks on YouTube.
So what do you use?
When lights up, I do a terrible way.
Is that one? I think it's only temporary.
Go a little bit sometimes on the show. Could happen a dot today. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
We always have technical difficulties. But if so, bear with us. We'll try and get back to you as soon as we can.
Always the problem with live streaming, I think.
Should hopefully be some live tweeting as well, which we do later on.
So, what do we have in terms of news today, sir? Actually, the good thing about that going when it went is it stopped that painful silence when you were searching for the news items, because we had a self-imposed or an unintentional silence as we lost the airwaves.
So,
news.
So some big Class news. If you don't know, Class is the Doctor Who spin-off, which is coming soon, and the BBC have confirmed that the first 2 episodes of the show were on the 2nd of October. The first episode of the Young Adult series, which is exciting, will feature current Doctor Peter Capaldi. If you're a Capaldi fan, then watch the episode. The first 2 episodes from this series, For Tonight We Might Die and The Coach with the Dragon Tattoo, will be available on the BBC 3 channel from Saturday the 22nd, which also marks the 10th anniversary of the first episode of Torchwood, which I found quite interesting.
Ooh. Interesting.
It is quite interesting.
I wonder whether it'd be really interesting, because obviously we host this podcast on a Saturday. It'd be really interesting if they post them online.
I've got a feeling it will be on after 7, because BBC 3 used to be on at 7.
Yeah, but now it's an online one. There's nothing to stop them from just putting it on at any point. I wonder whether
I
just.
reckon put it on late.
I reckon it's going to come on early. I reckon we're going to be able to watch it and talk about it that day on the podcast.
Maybe.
How cool would that be?
Maybe. Commenting on his involvement with the new Doctor Who spin-off series, Peter Capaldi said that the Doctor Who family is growing, and it's fantastic to be able to welcome the new cast of Class to the Whoniverse. Series of is set in Coal Hill Academy, first seen in the first episode of Doctor Who, in November 1963. So the description there is internet call for Aeon. Residents must forward a likely alliance to defeat them. Yeah. Greg Austin, Hopkins, Ram, played by Fady Alistair, played by Vian Apar, are charged with a great responsibility by the mysterious alien known as the Doctor, pitting for Corin Capaldi to guard against the creatures of nightmare that want nothing more than to find food. Do you think?
Hoping. I think if you've constantly got aliens, by the sounds of what you've got out there, that they're going to go live with 2 episodes simultaneously.
Yeah.
So I wonder how they're going to work that for the rest of the series. Whether they'll be dropping 2 episodes every week, or whether they'll be dropping, waiting a week before they put another one in, or what.
I'm not sure.
It's going to be interesting to see how we decide to actually watch it.
I'm not sure how they will drop it, but
I quite like the idea of them launching with 2, because there's something great about the whole box office type way of watching things. Sorry, not box office, box set type way of watching things, where you watch as much of it as you want.
Yeah. Would you rather it was dropped as an entire series?
Yeah.
Of 8?
Yeah, I think I would actually.
Yeah. I hope they do it 2 episodes a week. If they do that, might be hard to catch up, but
Yeah. I think as anyone that's been listening to the podcast will know, I don't think either of us have been overly enthused about Class.
No, we haven't.
But actually, as we're getting nearer to it, and you're beginning to get the pictures and a bit more.
Picture, by the way, that was released yesterday for us.
Mm-hmm.
It might be longer now, but the picture, which sees 5 main characters with like sort of a crack thing, like a beam of light behind them, and they're running. It looks really cool, I think.
Well, I'm looking forward to it more now than what I was.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the pictures we've seen recently have really intrigued us at the show. We have seemed to get news about Class every week.
Yeah, which you don't really, because it's less than a month away, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what date was it you said it was going?
I think they'll do it.
They will, yeah. People just says, gosh.
Like Class.
I know we've moaned about this on a podcast probably about half a year ago or so, but I can't get my head around it. I'm not TV anyway, I just watch these days. But I think there's anything that currently on the platform there. And I think if the BBC are going to go down that route, they probably want to get more on the line how stuff about. I'm not really sure what the difference between 53.
Might as well be, yeah.
No, I don't understand.
Announced just under a year ago. This Class. And it used to see that is
Interesting that he's in it right from the outset, isn't he?
yeah.
Do you
It
think
said
he's
he's giving a word or something.
Yeah.
Though, because he's in Sarah Jane. He's
Yeah.
not in Torchwood, is he?
Do you think he's in looks a bit like the caretaker we used to have here.
Do you think any companions might guest shocking guest appearances or just him?
Whether you might
Oh, back?
Oh, we're back.
No, we're not. We don't want to do video. Hi there. Is that working?
I'm just trying to find out now.
Out there, live, hitting the milestones.
Okay.
We're so sorry for the distractions, guys. Is that working?
There. There we go. So we are live. So okay. Sorry about that, folks.
Does it go to a video bit?
Probably, but I can't tell from now. But let's just carry on, keep going, because
Let's keep going on.
it might drop off again. If it does, we will just try and return to you as soon as we can.
So then,
yeah, so that's the class news.
that's the class news. Also about class, Canadian broadcaster Space have confirmed via Twitter that they will be broadcasting the new spin-off Class from 22nd of October, the same day the series launches in the United Kingdom. So if you're in Canada and you're a Doctor Who fan, like the great people at Radio Free Skaro, then go on.
Interesting.
Go on.
Do we know yet when? Because I think the aim is with Class that as well as broadcasting on BBC Three, it will also feature on either BBC One or BBC Two.
Yes.
Do we know when that's likely to be, or have they not announced it?
No,
yet? No,
I haven't. Do you think Do you think Class will be a one-off series?
I think it would depend entirely on how popular it is. So I think if it's, I mean, to a certain extent, maybe it's they're filling a bit of a gap because we don't have any Who this year. But I don't know if it's popular, then I don't see why it shouldn't carry on.
Fans, I think, are happier now about the series because they think of last year when the announcement was first on that there was going to be a series this year.
Yeah.
And people were thinking, but now there's not a series. I think people are a bit happier about it.
Yeah. So, although we don't have a series this year, what we do know we have is a Christmas special.
Yes, and there's a bit of news which has been released.
Okay.
So, the latest issue of Doctor Who magazine confirms the director and one of the guest cast for the 2016 Christmas special. The 60-minute festive story, written again by Stephen Moffat, is being helmed by Edward Basil Getty. He previously directed the 2015 Maisie Williams double, The Girl Who Died and The Woman Who Lived.
I know not everybody liked those episodes, but they looked very good, didn't they?
They did look very good. All of Series 9 looked very good.
No, you're right, yeah.
The mag also confirms that Matt Lucas's character, Nardole, will be back in Christmas, in addition to the already announced opening episode of Series 10. The character first appeared in the last year's Christmas special, The Husbands of River Song, so perhaps a sequel story of sorts. There is no word at the time of writing on whether Nardole will be the Doctor's companion, though, in the story. Okay. He might just be one of the guest cast like he was last year. We do know, though, that Pearl McKee will not be the companion.
Yeah. Is that's definite, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I bet she will make a small appearance, but Stephen Moffat says no.
Okay.
She will not make. She will not be like in the Christmas special. I think he's not lying that she won't. I don't think she will be the companion in it, but I do think she will make an appearance right at the end.
But we do know that Moffat lies. So.
Moffat does lie. Rule 1: Moffat lies. Mark Gatiss recently said that he thinks the Christmas special is one of Stephen's best ever scripts. Absolutely beautiful, and added that it made him cry.
How cruel, Moffat, making the Gatiss cry. I don't know.
He did write Sleep No More.
Yeah.
The Christmas special is being filmed until October, and after that, the rest of Series 10 will resume shooting.
Yeah. It's very odd to me that they've recorded it in the order that they have. I mean, it's surprising, isn't it, that they didn't film the Christmas special first.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. The other week, it was announced Power of the Daleks would be coming to an animation.
Okay,
as you knew, about 2 weeks ago, I think it was, or 3 maybe. But it was really exciting news when that came out. We were really excited, yay. Now, the British Film Institute, aka the BFI, has now released details about its forthcoming episode, a special event based around the new animated version of Patrick Troughton's premiere story, Power of the Daleks. They say, "We are delighted to preview the first 3 episodes of the new animated version of this classic story. The TARDIS lands on the planet Vulcan, where the crew discover a crushed space capsule containing some very dangerous visitors. This classic story contains the historic TV moment when the first Doctor regenerated into the second is completely missing from the archives, but the audio recording still exists. We are delighted to preview the first 3 episodes of the specially commissioned animated version of the story, painstakingly recreated for BBC Worldwide for release on DVD. The first episode was originally broadcast 50 years ago on 5th of November 1966.
I wonder when that is. I wonder what date they're screening it. But they're screening it on the 5th of November. Doesn't say on there, does it? Because when's the 5th of November? Do you know what day that is?
The 5th of November is Bonfire Night, which is a...
Wouldn't it be good to go to that? Wouldn't it be good to go to that screening?
Yeah, you have to book it really quick.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah. I imagine the problem is it's probably going to be like on school days. It's probably not going to be practical. 5th of November. It's a Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah. We'll have to check that out because...
Wait, when's the 4th?
That is feasible. It also depends on...
Oh, yeah. You're at work on the 4th. You won't be able to book it. If it's at 11:30, it will go out straight away because of BFI members and stuff.
Yeah. But if we could, if it was achievable and I'm not gigging or anything, wouldn't that be good to go to?
It would be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we shall see. We'll see how we get on. Might be something for us to think about.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent.
The event also includes a Q&A with Troughton era actors Annie Quills and Fraser Hines. Tickets go on sale 4th of October at 11:30 a.m. and will be priced at £22.70, which includes a copy of the DVD, which will be posted once released.
That's cool as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, if you think as well as your ticket of going to see it, you get a copy of the DVD.
Yeah, and the Q&A.
If we do that.
A booker. More details can be found at the BFI website. Do you get 2 copies of the DVD?
I guess you probably would actually, yeah. That's actually not a bad price at all, is it? And I imagine it would sell out really, really quick, like you sort of say. But it's worth thinking about that.
Yeah, if you could go to that.
And I'm not gigging that night.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, if you can go to that, go.
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
Go.
Go.
So then, final bit of news. As we said earlier, Dawn issue 504 out now. It's celebrating the Cybermen, and there's 4 different covers. There's one with Mon and Moonbase Cybermen. Then there's one with the Tom Baker and Patrick Troughton Cybermen. And then there's Tom Baker / Cybermen. Other one. Which is that one? No, I think it's really lucky. That's probably the only one with the special covers that you can't like, but everyone about subscribing to it.
Comic.
Yeah.
And can you find it? No. So that's the problem with
no, leave it. So issue scene feature is really is with section. So I found possible many campaigns in cyber evolution. We're back.
Okay. There we are. I'm going to get this to the end. Right, I think we're back.
Sorry if this keeps happening. It's really
Yeah. I think it's
face again this week.
No, I don't think we will this week, do we? I think it's only a momentary loss of it. Here we are. Yeah, we're back. Yeah. Hooray! Yeah. It's sort of like it's like it's quite apt in many ways.
Yeah.
2 podcasts. We keep going back in time and
hearing
things that have already happened. Right. Okay. Sorry.
So,
do you talk about the side?
Yeah. We chat to Colony Staff actor Jeremy Reed Corral about playing a physically demanding role. The Doctor goes domestic in our brand new comic strip adventure, Moving In. Readers ask Doctor Who showrunner their burning questions. There's a mystery to solve in 19th century France as the Time Team review Vincent and the Doctor. The Sidemen return for Doctor Who's Silver Nemesis in this issue's Fact of Fiction, and previews for all the latest Doctor Who CD and book releases.
Interesting.
So that's £4.99 this month.
Okay.
Any
other news, sir?
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay.
Not any urgent news.
Okay.
But
well, should we go to a disjointed companion main feature?
Yeah, sorry about this whole thing about the internet going a bit temperamental. If we ever go, we'll return in about
it's quite quick to be fair,
in a
isn't
few
it?
seconds afterwards, hopefully. So bear with us if it ever happens.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with. So then, companions, the 1970s.
Okay.
Last week we looked at the 1960s. This is the glory years of Doctor Who in the 1970s.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Good decade. It brought you Dr. Cool.
Yes, it did.
The decade that brought you Dr. Cool.
And the decade that brought me up as a Whovian, sadly, even though he's not my favourite Doctor, and he's definitely not yours, is the David Tennant era.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's not my favourite era. At the moment, I've got a really... by watching the randomizer recently, I have such a soft spot at the moment for the John Pertwee era. So
do you know, funny enough, some of the episodes I've enjoyed the most on the randomizer have been the Pertwee ones. Actually.
Yeah, I think it's one of my favourite eras. He's a good Doctor, but it's purely because of his era, you know, that feel of his.
Yeah, it's the stories, really. I mean, Pertwee's good. He's a good Doctor, but he's
not like the best.
Yeah.
So it's not just him; it's the quality of all of the stories and the guest cast and everything. You know.
So let's dig a little bit into it then. How do we think? It's the first question for you. How do you think the companions changed from the end of Patrick Troughton's era into the glory, colourful 70s?
There were still some screamy companions, but the companions became slightly stronger. I mean, Liz is such a strong companion, and this is a really good thing. The majority of the companions in the 1970s were still weak, but companions like Liz and Leela showed really good and really strong characters as companions. So I think the companions got slightly stronger. They weren't female companions, still weren't as strong as they are today.
No.
But
by strong, you don't mean strong as in whether they were good or not. You mean strong as in strong-willed, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, but there were a few examples of companions who could defend themselves, who were quite strong. And Leela, for example, your favourite companion, is just a great companion.
It's interesting to note, isn't it, that as soon as you moved out from Patrick Troughton's era and Jamie said goodbye to the Doctor, although he, effectively just said his mind wiped, didn't he? But from that stage onwards, until the end of the 70s, you didn't really have strong male companions. I know you had like Harry there for a short period of time,
Yeah,
didn't
but
you?
and the Brigadier, of
And the
course.
yeah.
But he wasn't, you know, he never went on an adventure in the TARDIS.
Yeah. So it wasn't. I guess that's probably where the gap was filled, wasn't it? Rather than having a male companion, you just had strong male characters that supported.
I mean,
the
Liz
Doctor and his
never went
companion.
on an adventure in the TARDIS.
No,
so that
no,
makes
that's right.
her not really
No,
a
the Doctor didn't go on an adventure in the TARDIS for a few years, did he? Yeah, Liz is an interesting one because I was, from the clips I'd seen of Liz, I didn't really think that she was that strong. But then having sat and watched a number of episodes now,
such as Ambassadors of Death and Inferno, I think that's it.
yeah, I really, really like her. I think she
Yeah.
was really, really good. She was actually a very strong-minded individual, wasn't she? And very clever, and certainly as far away from a screamy companion as we'd seen so far.
Yeah. So Liz was the first companion in this era. Liz, I thought, was a really, really strong companion and one of the strongest so far in terms of female, and up to this point probably the strongest. And she is very good. And the first few Pertwee stories are really good.
I guess what's noticeable though is that Liz only lasted one series. Now I don't know the background to that. I don't know whether, but they replaced her far more like
played by Katie Manning.
Yeah, which is a good companion. She's more. One of the dead, of course.
Yeah, one of
that's still alive.
I mean, he's a companion who.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit weird.
But it's still at that point. Male and female. The television still tended to be the majority strong roles.
Yeah, and I mean, they count about the randomizer about what take up a list of 8 Wikipedia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, it's his friends. Yeah, Friends Series 8. Not classic. Yes. Come on.
No, I think both Liz and Kathy are being very, very strong, as we said.
Claws of Axos, Colony in Space, Day of the Daleks. I think that's it.
There's an argument to be said that actually John Pertwee's era is the most consistent.
Yeah, overall as an era
of any Doctor.
Because the Tom Baker era even goes on a bit of a low later on.
Yeah, I mean, I think
as it enters the late 70s, early 80s.
So, whereas Pertwee's era is pretty strong from beginning to end, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Certainly for the episodes we've watched together, they've been very, very strong.
And they all are really. But moving on, Sarah Jane is one of the most famous and most well-known companions. She's my favourite.
I would say there's no doubt, is there, that if you were talking about the most famous and most popular classic Who companion, then Sarah Jane would win that at a canter.
Yeah, I mean, she's really good as a companion. She's not necessarily that strong, but
she obviously gets stronger, doesn't she? Because you think about it, when she So eventually it's solving problems with Sarah Jane adventures as we catch up.
Introduced me to who. I did start watching Sarah Jane, and my mum, I think it was, said, you could, there's this, she suggested for me to watch Doctor Who, and it was on one day. And I watched it, and it was Human Nature, Family of Blood, and I loved it. And I've been here ever since about 6 years ago now.
So it was when you watched it with you watched Sarah Jane.
Series 5 was on.
So the first. Yes, was he?
No, David Tennant.
So in an episode, in a few Sarah Jane episodes. Right, that's what I was coming.
Sarah Jane. She is a really good companion.
Yeah, I found it watch. And she's just so young. When you look at it and you think, you know, she's not with us anymore. It's very sad.
Yeah. So Genesis, Nick Alex, TV.
Just the ones we've watched on the random, so not
And so all of these today, but this is moving on then. Is played by Louise Jameson.
What I would say is that we were looking.
Sorry, is it?
I have a chat as well on a Sunday, and we get out like this periodically, and as well.
What do I press?
What does it say?
There is no.
Oh, I'll just test it. Yeah. Cut out properly, so it might just be that it's, you know, sort of an application thing, but
So Leela, really good companion.
yeah.
Deagle's favourite. I like her. She's not my favourite, but Louise Jameson's very nice.
Yeah.
And she's a really good companion, a really strong companion.
Yeah.
As well.
We might have lost the connection because I can't get it to connect full stop. Can you just click a link on the computer one there and see whether the links work or whether the internet's gone down? We've been talking, folks, about whether or not, because the internet's not as strong here as what it was previously, whether or not we should actually be looking to record.
We've been talking, folks, about whether or not, because the internet's not as strong here as what it was previously.
There we are. We are anyway,
whether or not we should actually be looking to record. We've been talking, folks, about whether or not whether or not we should actually be looking to do what we do with down.
I'm Luke.
Do
you want to pause that a second? We'll just carry on talking.
Is that really working then?
Yeah, that's working fine. And so, okay, so yeah, we were talking about Leela. You probably heard us talking about Leela because I don't think it cut out to the extent that we thought it had.
Yeah.
Do we want to move on then to the next companion?
Well, let's episode count quickly.
Yeah.
So there was Robots of Death, Invisible Enemy, Image of the Fendal, and Invasion of Time.
Okay.
Then we move on to Romana. So Romana 1. Romana 1's okay as a companion. She's sort of nearer the bottom, I'd say, but sort of a middly companion.
No, that's right.
She's okay. I don't mind her.
Yeah. There's definitely
she's not a bad companion.
But it's definitely noticeable that the quality of episode
and companion
is not as strong, is it?
No.
But having said that, I do really like Romana too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
You know, again, she's not at sort of Leela or Sarah Jane quality, but she's still pretty strong, I guess.
So episode count, we've only watched one on the randomizer, even though I've watched all of them, which is the Pirate Planet. So Decole's only watched one of hers.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Unless he watched them when he was a child, which he cannot really remember.
Which I cannot really.
Because obviously no one can really remember that. Should I see if it's the randomizer? Even though I've watched all of them.
Yeah, still running.
Yeah. Then Romana 2. I like Romana 2.
Yeah.
I really like Romana 2.
Yeah, no, I do
much better than Romana 1.
Yeah.
Even though she's okay. Romana 2, not a classic companion, but she's still got a really good personality.
Yeah.
Not annoying or anything.
I mean, I think it's noticeable that the stories aren't as strong, are
That
they?
is definitely noticeable.
I mean, when we looked early on through those first, through that John Pertwee period, and we looked at the first few seasons of Doctor Who, and actually some of the best stories ever were all really closely linked together, and it made you realise that when people sort of say modern era Doctor Who isn't as strong as classic Doctor Who, and you think, well, I don't know, there were some duff episodes in classic Who as well. What is noticeable is that I can see where they're coming from. If you look at that early 70s period, I don't think it is as strong as that early 70s period, because you didn't get weak episodes then.
No, you didn't.
It was all killer, no filler.
Yeah. Have we only watched The Leisure Hive on the randomizer with Romana?
Yeah, I do really want to see City of Death. I mean, it's obviously a really highly rated episode. Oh, and Lookopolis we've watched as well.
Yeah.
From that series. So
yeah.
But she's not in it by then, is she?
No. So then, finally, should we move on to Adric next week? Because he's mainly a fifth Doctor.
Yeah, we'll pick him up in the next week. And we're running quite late, aren't we, on the podcast?
We are. It's 53 minutes.
We're not going to have time for Who to Face again.
Oh no.
But we will have time to obviously talk about our episode.
Otherwise, it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Finally.
There we go. You have to excuse me. Because we're our internet connection, because our interface with Yahoo is telling us that it doesn't work anymore. But so we keep periodically checking that we're still running live.
So then,
to move on to which was the episode that was last on that came out on the last.
let me introduce it.
Okay, so you can introduce it, John.
No.
Okay, right. I'll. Louise Marks. Louise. The fourth Doctor on the write-up on the DVD. An intergalactic distress call that takes fungus. seek the miner. Arriving in time as a rescue team, they search for survivors from an earlier expedition. But anyone I normally give. I mean, the universe were in between our universe and the anti-universe.
Yeah. It does, yeah.
Which isn't a anti-team.
Matter, but it was the first of tea in Britain. Planet people. As you at the end of the show right now, if you listen to the end of the show last week, I hated this the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
I hated it. I decided surprised by rewatching it. I can't remember how ago I got this. Who got it for me? Because I don't think it was me who did it. Maybe I did buy it. I don't know. I can't remember buying it. It would be weird that I would ask for that one on the randomizer before other stories.
It may just be that you went to Southampton or something and it was there.
May have been, but I swear I got it quite a long time ago.
What do you make of it?
I really enjoyed this one. Definitely the latter part of it. It's one of those kill-off stories. I love kill-off stories. I really enjoy writing kill-off stories.
Yeah.
Kill-off stories are great. Full stop. Kill-off. This story is quite different. It explores different ideas.
Yeah.
I remember at least the second time I watched this, that they explored something completely different in this episode.
Yeah.
Different theme that it hasn't been explored since, or it hadn't been explored then, which was the theme of antimatter. But I really enjoyed it. I found it a unique story.
There's a few things I'd like to comment on with this story.
Yes.
Firstly, I really loved the whole concept of this planet that was sort of like an in-between, sort of like a gateway between our universe and the anti-universe.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
An anti-man as well.
And I really liked... It had some of the strongest cliffhangers, I think, that we've seen in Classic Hero. In terms of consistently good cliffhangers.
What was part one?
Part one was the first time when the weird red blobby... I mean, if there's anything... Well, no, actually, I'll pose this question now. I know normally we come to this at the end, but too good, too bad.
Yeah.
What do you think was good and what do you think was bad?
We haven't done this for a while.
No, that's because I keep forgetting.
A good thing. I love both Tom Baker and Elizabeth Sladen in this. Yeah.
I think actually I liked that story. I really like the old the
70s effects still ruin it a tiny bit. There are a few good effects such as the
that kind of works. Feature is very dated, isn't it? I mean, that was lots different now. Have we got a second bad thing about it?
We always think of one each.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you thought the same one as I was thinking. Is there anything else? I don't think. Okay, I'll say it's not really bad. The guy that turned into the antimatter guy.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why he turned into a werewolf.
Silly too.
Yeah, he was a bit comical, I think, but the whole concept of that was really good.
Whole bed covers are covered.
Yeah, everything's gone. Everything's collapsed.
Everything.
I think. I think. Look, when we looked at the season this came from, or the series this came from, and you look at the titles of the other episodes, it's probably, I would imagine, one of the weaker episodes of the season.
It is probably the weakest episode of the season because there's Brendan Morbius, Terror of the Zygons, Seeds of Doom, Pyramids of Mars, all sorts of classics in this.
But in itself, this punches its weight in the Hooniverse really strong. Yeah.
It's much higher. 79 and 2030. Today, Decal did a clever thing which you built into the randomizer, which is percentages of Doctor Who episodes that we've watched. And Tom is 8%.
Okay, so we've got a lot more.
A lot more, but this is January.
Like you watch all the Tom Baker episodes, there's a small number that you can watch.
Terrible episodes. I've avoided watching Death of the Banner for a while now.
Yeah.
I must face my fears one day.
That's fine. In the hand. It's a handy little sort of gizmo thing that we've built into the randomizer tool, though. And the Doctor we've seen the most of, as you would expect, is Capaldi's, because we
will have watched Peter. Will have watched series 10 on the randomizer as well.
When did we?
It was. Hi guys. Hi.
Yeah.
We're back. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about. That's yes, that's right. Yeah.
Oh no, it's done it.
No, it's still going.
Oh yeah, it's still going.
Okay. Yeah.
So should we move on to scores? Or
We should, yeah. Let's move on to scores. Yeah.
So then.
Really sad that it's not
Monsters.
The concept of the monsters are really good,
Yeah.
but the actual monsters, because of time moving on this, but I'm going to give them back 7. More for concept.
Excitement.
I think it's quite an exciting episode, actually. I'm going to 8 for that.
Okay.
Very simple. I'm going to give it 9 for pace.
31 out of 40.
Yeah.
An improvement on the last few weeks, which I think were around.
Yeah.
Overall,
Overall, I would say it's probably got a solid 8.
Yeah, it's about an 8 for me
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So that's it for the review.
Yeah, we'll pop onto the now.
Randomizer, we explained it a bit earlier. We've got every single episode.
There we go.
Review the episode that comes up. It's really distracting. We'll have to move to. We have to move to recording.
This is what I think, didn't he? Or is it?
No.
What we were just talking about amongst ourselves is probably, and we've been talking about possibly doing this recently, and we haven't moved it yet. But we were thinking about, because of the issues we've had, about turning the podcast.
We have to do it next week because this week it's.
Try and get it onto iTunes, which would probably be good for ourselves.
Which will be easier for you to listen
to
as well.
But it may be that, therefore, that it doesn't go out on Saturday.
But let's clear
and get the show over. So, half a year in Tom Baker 2, back to back.
We have Sunday. It's a new episode. So
No.
It's
Okay.
it's got that little midget guy,
Okay,
with the baldy head. And,
well, we're gonna like it.
you know him?
It's got a little midget guy.
Let's look it up. The little midget guy
Mhm.
in the Sunmakers.
What's new is that what we do next week, so we recorded one like we did a couple of weeks ago, and we had lots of technical problems. It may mean that probably we'll probably be looking at launching the podcast so that it comes out on a Sunday instead. Oh, he's cool, isn't he? He's a cool little midget guy. So it'll become a Sunday podcast rather than a Saturday one. But what we'll try and do is we'll supplement it with live, and then try and feed back some of the responses to the tweets.
Yeah. Is that work?
Yeah, I mean, we'll tweet some questions in the morning, record it in the afternoon, and we'll hope live.
That's it for today.
Yeah.
Sorry for such a messy show.
Hopefully you've still enjoyed the content. We've presented.
We've spent a week watching the story, so hopefully. Next week's episode 179, we're looking at companions from 19X.
Of some makers.
We will be.
We might even get you to face in, because if we're going to record it, we might be able to wedge things in a little bit easier.
And we will press the magic.
We will.
I knocked it.
Dr. Moon.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
I don't have a cool name like you.
Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't
Elmy.
it? So we should go.
Same time.
Same space.
Bye. There was an error while loading your app.